And DD India correspondent Amritpal Singh joins us on phone line for more. Amrit, Hamas claims to be holding more than 100 army hostages, and they have said that every targeting of their people would, without warning, will be met with the execution of one of the civilian hostages. Has any reaction come up from UN on this?
Well, the situation is pretty bad. We heard the UN Secretary General say that, react on the Israeli army or the defense minister's statement saying, complete siege will be imposed, no water, no food, no electricity will be permitted into the Gaza Strip, saying it's all closed. So we heard that reaction. Of course, yesterday the reaction of the UN, the sense of the UN was that the civilians should be unharmed, including those taken hostage. And the hostage situation, they appealed to the Hamas and those holding, Israelis hostage, that they should be released and no harm should come their way. Both sides are basically escalating the situation. As Israel takes a more strident stand, Hamas is also, threatening to execute the hostages. And even as the bombardment and the firing goes on, as you know, Israel has already said that they will reduce Gaza to rubble and continue to pound it with bombs. That is what the situation really is, and the Hamas also not giving in as yet. Saying that, the people who are hostage shall be executed. And it is also not just between Israel and Hamas. It is also the concern of the foreign nationals. More than dozens of people from at least 8 nationalities are said to have been killed, which includes U.S., Britain, France, Thailand, Nepal, Cambodia. There are reports of one Indian also being injured. An Indian from Kerala has claimed that his wife was injured while he was, in fact, talking to her over the phone, over a video call. But she is now said to be out of danger because she did not sustain any major injuries, but still she had to be operated upon. So, given all that, the situation continues to remain very grim.
Right. Amrit, as we all know, that the United Nations also fears of an increasingly dire humanitarian situation and has also told Israel to conduct operations in strict accordance with international humanitarian law. But do you think something like that is going to happen, is going to be possible? Because right now the situation seems to be very, very grim.
No, absolutely. Israel is in no mood to back down. In fact, the statements coming out of Israel are, they say that the UN shouldn't lecture us and other countries shouldn't lecture us on how to deal with it. They believe it's a terrorist attack, which indeed it is, and they say that they will reduce the Hamas to rubble and Gaza to rubble. And that is what is, raising concerns. As Antonio Guterres said, that the military operations there must be conducted in strict accordance with international humanitarian law, basically saying that civilian casualties and, any kind of blockade or siege which impacts access to basic amenities for civilians should not be resorted to. And it is only that armed militants should be, the international humanitarian conditions or law basically says that armed militants can be attacked, but civilians should be taken care of. But I don't think that is having effect on either side, because right now they are taking very entrenched positions and trying to, escalate it. It will be a while before situation starts de-escalating because both sides are sticking to their stance and taking very militarist positions, Lipakshi.
Yes, Amrit, also Israel getting a lot of support from the world over, the European Union also giving its support. It is getting support from all quarters. What's your take on that?
Well, yes, because it is a horrible attack by the Hamas, which the Hamas initiated. So they clearly taking hostages, etc. So it is something which the world can't justify, even if you look at the joint statement that came out of, the US, UK, France, Germany, Italy, etc., saying that while we respect the aspirations, the legitimate aspirations of the Palestinians, but the Hamas clearly is a terrorist organization, and they do not reflect the aspirations of the people. So there is universal condemnation. Of course, there is geopolitics also playing out, but widely there is condemnation, because that sort of attack in itself is against all humanitarian laws, international humanitarian laws, and all humanitarian standards and parameters. So therefore, one sees the world condemning it.
Right, Amrit, thank you so much for that.